everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Shenanigans Podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Simon.
Hey, how we doing, Simon?
Good. Yeah, it's been a good weekend. What about you?
I'm doing good. It was your birthday weekend, right?
It was my birthday on Friday. I'm now 24 years old.
You're getting old there.
I know. I feel old.
You're only okay. So then you're like 10 months older than me then, because you're in June. I'm in July, and I turned 23 this year. You're not a full year older than me, but you're there.
Almost, yeah.
That was good. That's good. How was your birthday weekend? Was it decent?
It was really fun. It was odd considering, having to spend my my birthday in lockdown. But things could have been worse because, as you know, I had to move out of my flat, and so I'm now back at home for a bit whilst I get myself sorted out. So it was nice to be able to do that here at home with my family, as opposed to just being stuck in a tiny London flat somewhere. So that was nice, and I got some lovely presents. I got some lovely cards and lots of really nice messages from my friends. And no, it was great. We had a really nice dinner. My mum, as always, made an absolutely astonishing salted caramel chocolate cake, and it was so good. No, but it was really fun, and despite the fact that the few days, that week had been pretty much raining the majority of the time, it was fairly sunny this weekend, which was nice. And obviously we went for a nice walk yesterday, and it's Father's Day today here in the UK, so I gave my dad a card and a gift, and so yeah, it's been a good weekend.
That's good, man. I'm happy. And I know we talked about it. I think we talked about you were gonna have like a social distancing picnic with your parents for your birthday.
That was the original plan. Sort of the original plan, yeah.
So I'm glad you. So I'm glad you actually got to spend it with
it was nice.
In close proximity with your parents.
Yeah.
Instead of 6 feet away. Like, hi.
Yeah.
I'm in a bubble.
Yeah.
No, that's
like throwing cake at me.
Here, you want some cake? Here you go. You want some? Throwing hot tea at you. Here you go.
Oh God.
Oh jeez. You get your dad something nice for Father's Day?
So, my brother got him a load of this beer which he really likes. It's this German beer called Augustina, and he absolutely loves it. So he got him some of that, and I got him this thing. So in the UK, when you will often see these things, a lot of them will be around London because it is London, but they're these things called blue plaques, and they are blue plaques, and they have information regarding famous people, or important people that may have lived there, or if they were born there, or if they worked there, and so on and so forth. So I got my dad one for him to put on his shed at some point when he gets one, and it says TheMrChicken, born, it's got his birthday. It says raw marine, wood pikey, and grumpy old bastard on it. So that's now in the garage at the moment, because that's where he keeps all his stuff. It's like his man shed at the moment.
Man cave.
So no, we all thought that was very funny.
No, that's fucking hilarious. Better than, I just got my dad like a personalized razor. He likes the New England Patriots, a football team, so I got him like all this beard stuff, like oils, moisturizers.
My dad can't grow a beard, so.
I have a beard. It doesn't really look good, but the only reason I have it is because I'm also still in the military, just like you, and I have to shave it. I'm gonna have to shave it.
At some point, yeah.
Coming up next 2 weeks, I have to shave it, or 3 weeks. Yeah. I'm gonna have to shave it. So I just usually, because my face got really effed up shaving every fucking day for 4 years.
Yeah, mine's kind of the same. I have very dry skin, so.
Yeah. So it's like, kind of, dude, even if there wasn't anything there, I'd shave just so someone wouldn't like say something to me. So my face got really messed up. But what are you gonna do, man? That's one of the downsides of the military, I guess, if you don't want to shave your face. My feet are numb too. I have like really bad heels from standing in boots for like wearing boots for 24 hours sometimes. So like sometimes my like heels will go numb. But that is all in good fun of being in the military. I wouldn't change it any other way though. I like it. It's the pain, no pain, no gain, as some people would say.
Yeah.
But did you? So I wanted to talk about something before this, but I just wanted to bring it up because I know you were looking out for this and looking forward to this Last of Us Part 2.
Yes, I saw that. Obviously, the annoying thing is I used to have a PlayStation 4, but when I built my PC, I kind of thought I kept it for a while, and then I was like, I didn't really use it enough. So I think what I'm probably going to do, because I know that I wouldn't. It's obviously at the moment anyway. It's not going to be coming out on PC anytime soon. Yeah. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably watch somebody play it. I'll watch some gameplay walkthroughs because I quite like doing that, depending on who's doing it, of course. Because I really do want to see what happens. It is such a good game. The first one was amazing. I did play that, and it's been what, like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, I think so. In development.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be really interesting to see how it works. Obviously, we got a lot of information from the trailer, and from little sneak peeks and leaks and things like that. But I will certainly be watching it with great interest.
Same. I was never a big fan of the Last of Us series, but I do find it interesting. Definitely not a hater of the game. I just never got into it because I didn't really. I don't know. I didn't get into the Resident Evil games. It just wasn't my kind of game. But I've heard many of great things from it. So I'm not going to hate on it. And it's obviously, if it's this hyped after waiting 6 years for it, that's like that was like Mountain Blade or Mountain Blade 2.
Yeah.
When that came out, it was like 10 years later, and everybody was just like, "God damn it, it's finally time."
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to watching it. But I mean, I know what you mean regarding these kind of games. There are some games which I will just like. I think things like Mountain Blade, I like the idea and I like the concept, but realistically, the gameplay aspect of it isn't really my thing. But I'm a massive fan of post-apocalyptic games, which is why I'm such a massive fan of DayZ as well.
Which, speaking of DayZ, there's this. I saw this on PC Gamer. The links in the document if you want to go look at it. There's this game called Icarus, which is coming out. It is a sci-fi co-op survival game from DayZ creator Dean Hall.
Yeah, I've got the link up now.
So it looks like players in Icarus start out in a space station orbiting an alien planet. You can invite your friends. They kind of compare it to GTA Online, Penthouse before a heist. And you prepare for a planetary drop. So what you do when you drop onto the planet is you have a contract that you have to complete. The mission could be to gather or deliver a certain amount of resources to a biome on the alien planet. Contract could be for a short mission, 30 minutes or so, or considerably longer, up to 48 hours. And those are real-time minutes and hours. So you could, one contract could be multiple sessions.
Yeah.
But from the screenshots, I would play. I think it said it was Icarus will be free to play and session based, aiming in 2021.
I like that idea. I mean, when I first saw the sci-fi co-op survival game, I was thinking something slightly different. But
yeah,
I think that it will be interesting because especially what it says about it's session based and timed, so you have a certain amount of time in which to get in, do whatever it is that you're supposed to do, and get back out again. Because there was one bit which they said, where is it? The catch. Hall says there's only one failure state in Icarus. If you're late getting back to your dropship, it'll leave without you, and you're left behind on the planet. That character is dead. All the progression you've made with that character is lost, and everything they've got with them is gone. That's why Hall says the tagline of Icarus: there are fates worse than death. So basically, you can survive with your friends. You can heal. You can get oxygen, stuff like that. But if you run out of time, you are screwed.
You're screwed. Exactly. Yeah. No, but it's interesting. I'd play it.
And it's given a list of things that have influenced or things that have given it some inspiration, and especially one thing which I thought was really interesting, because obviously it's got Mudrunner and SnowRunner's vehicle systems, Kerbal Space Program's rocket modification, and Skyrim's archery, which I thought was really interesting. I mean, I think whenever I play Skyrim, no matter what I try and set out to do, I always end up being an archer because it's just far more satisfying. So, and from the screenshot there is that. From the screenshot that they've got up there, it looks pretty good. I'll give it that.
I would.
So I'd definitely be looking forward to that.
Oh no, definitely. And this, just watching the trailer right here is pretty interesting.
I have not seen the trailer. I will have to watch that later.
Yeah, it's been playing in the background. I'm not listening to the sound, but it's been playing into the background while I'm scrolling on this page.
Okay.
If you can run out of oxygen, someone can heal you. But if you run out of time, it's over. Yeah, I think you just said that. Yeah, that's. Yeah. So I like how it's taking different game aspects, different things from different games, and putting it into putting into one game to make that game better.
Yeah, I mean, because as the one caveat I think with this is not to say that this is nothing against Dean Hall, but obviously when DayZ Standalone first came out, the mod was fantastic for Arma 2 and Arma 3.
Yep.
But when DayZ Standalone first came out, I got it on the pre-release. And yeah, it was a broken game, and it's not perfect by any means now. But hey, now they've got helicopters, they've got vehicles, they've got all sorts of cool stuff, and they've allowed modding as well, which is great. So I would just be I certainly want to give this game as much hype as I believe it deserves.
Yeah.
But there is still that part of me, that bit in the back of my mind that's like, I'm gonna have to be cautious with this because I don't want to jump into it. And to be disappointed in some way, but I think the fact that they're stating it's going to be a 2021 release is a good start, because if it was a 2020 release, I would be thinking, hang on, how long have you actually been working on this then?
No, I would agree with that. Sometimes games are rushed and then they just are pieces of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
We've seen it happen with many of games, and we've been very disappointed with many of games.
Yeah,
there needs to be a balance, not too long where we're just like, yeah, game's never gonna come out.
But I'm fairly happy with how DayZ Standalone is at the moment. I've got back into playing it recently, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely. I would 100% agree with that statement. It is a fun game.
Yeah, definitely.
So, sorry, I'm just trying to catch my breath. Ugh.
That's all right.
Over the weekend, and I think it was due to Alien Week and everything else, Star Citizen has raised over $300 million.
Yep, in funding. But one thing, because I remember didn't you said to me the other day that there was a Forbes article. I can't remember how it was worded. I'm gonna look it up. It was basically saying Star Citizen passes. Oh, here we go. Star Citizen passes 3 crowdfunding for some inexplicable reason. No, there is a very explicable reason. You can explain this very easily. They've done it through funding. It's crowdfunding.
Exactly.
That is the reason.
Exactly.
It's not inexplicable.
In this article, PC Gamer's article does a great job. As he's like, as I write this, or he or she, I don't know who's writing this article. She, no, Jody. He, as he's writing this, he says, as I write this, 2,700,400 people have pledged a total of about 300 million.
Yeah.
Buying digital spaceships. So it's not that.
But it's not just that though. That number also incorporates private funding from companies as well.
Yes, but just the number of people that have pledged is just.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It kind of goes to show.
Goes to show that not just one person's pledging. And I think that's why they kept those analytics out of here. They don't talk about companies here because they just want to emphasize on this is a crowdfunded game. The people want this game. 7 years on Kickstarter and results in $300 million. That's really fucking good.
Yeah.
What's the math on that? That's
I don't know.
But
the one thing that this Forbes article, it's this guy Paul Tassi. He's a senior contributor, and he's apparently specializes in games.
Yeah.
And right, so he says Star Citizen, already the largest crowdfunded project in history, just surpassed 300 million in funding from supporters. Why? I have no idea. But through the game's handy little tracker chart, something apparently happened in the month of May, and it caused funding to spike from a low level of 4 million to the previous month to 15 million, which puts it over the 300 million mark. That's probably from a private contributor. You know, you can easily spot that it's either from a contributor or it's from a series of events that they did, because they love putting on these events, because why not? Yeah, they're gonna get money. They've got over 2,700,000 people pledging this game. Of course they're gonna put on events, and of course they're gonna get money. But one thing that really annoyed me about this article is where it says Star Citizen is a video game these days, technically. It's been playing well for ages now, but the final, in inverted commas, product may never truly exist with the development the way it's been. And what is accessible now does not seem like something utilizing a full $300 million budget, that's for sure. Firstly, like I said, the $300 million is partly for shares in the company, in CIG and RSI. Yeah. So, that's one part of it. Two, you do realize that they have to pay people, and they've got offices in 3 countries.
I believe so.
Yeah, Germany, UK, and America.
Yep.
Yeah. So they've also you've got all the costs for that. I wouldn't happen to know how much any of that costs individually, but it's not going to be cheap. I can tell you that. So, sure. They may not be using all of it, for absolutely everything to do with the game. But you do realize, they have to pay for a lot of stuff, and they've got to pay all their staff. No, I don't know how much Chris Roberts is getting paid from this, but probably probably a lot, yeah. And it's one of those things. It's like, well, sort of rightly so. It is the biggest game in video game history.
Yeah,
but. You get my point. It's difficult for them to understand where all this money goes, and it's easy for me to say as a backer, because I love this project with all my heart, and I will follow it until the day I die, even if it's still in alpha. But it's one of those things that nobody, unless you are a backer, you can't really see the intricacies of the project and what it means to people like us.
Exactly.
And why we're so willing to spend money on it.
Exactly. If you're an outsider, you see this as us spending money on JPEGs. As we solemnly make that fucking joke. So we're buying JPEGs, but we know
big JPEG ships. Yeah.
JPEG ships.
But we're also putting money into something that will never disappear.
Exactly.
It's, you spend money on your car will eventually break. You'll have to get a new one. you spend money on your house or on just material stuff, it will eventually break, or it will no longer become useful. This is something I don't ever see myself not enjoying I don't ever see myself not playing it. Yeah, it's going to be in development for a while. We all know that. But it's going to be, it's out there now. It can't just disappear, and it will never disappear.
Exactly. It is going to be in development for a while, but it's not like you're not getting a taste of it. It's not
exactly,
like
and
we're watching trailers.
It's kind of my point. Yeah, exactly.
We're backing this product, but we're also getting. It is
a crowd. You get an experience from it.
It's a crowdfunded product, but it's also a people-tested product. We're the ones, the backers, the 2 million backers. Evocati, everybody can write up bug reports. I know you do it a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Because we back the game and we play the game, and they want our feedback. That's what I love about it. It's you're in the game development stage with them because they need us.
Exactly. Yeah.
They need the 2 million people playing this game, breaking the game, finding bugs, so they can smooth these things out.
And the beautiful thing about it is that, and I think we've mentioned this before, that yes, people spend a lot of money on this game. I'll hold my hand up and say, yeah, I have done that. But one, that's been over a number of years. Two, it's you don't have to. All you need is it's $45 for the for a pack, which is cheaper than quite a lot of AAA games. And that's all you need. The rest of it you can get in-game. So there is no need for people to rant and rave saying, oh, I spent this much money and it's a broken game. It's like, well, you could have just started with a starter ship. And if you had then discovered at that point that you weren't happy with it, then fine. Yeah, it's $45 lost. But ultimately, it's not the end of the world.
No, exactly. Yeah. It's not like, which reading this article, I didn't even know this pack was a thing. The Drake Complete Pack, which is $4,600.
Yeah. Is that the loot and scoot, or is it just the
Drake Complete Pack, which I'm trying to...
I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't know it was a thing either. Consisting of 14 ships. I'm trying to see what it... Great Kraken, Privateer... It contains...
Yeah, I don't think... With my experience of the like the upgrading system and the CCUs and stuff like that, I liked having my Explorer pack, but I think I'm made the right choice in going back to individually buying them, because then it means I've got more flexibility.
Like, if you like this has every single Drake ship, the Kraken, the Privateer, both Krakens, the black, the blue, the red, the Redeemer.
You get 2 Krakens.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So if you want all Drake ships, that's pretty cool. But again, I'm with you. I don't like the pack system because I don't want to be bound to.
Yeah, it was a good idea at the time for me when I initially got it, but in retrospect, like for some people it works because some people they're happy with the ships that they get. But I would rather just have the option of being able to either upgrade or melt in order to get something that may prove more useful.
Yes. No, and I totally agree with that. Because the pack, you're bound to the pack, but with the individual ships, you're like, I don't really want this, but that's the same value, so I'm just gonna go to that.
Yeah, and it was the exact reason. I bought an arrow a while ago after melting my pack, and then I suddenly discovered that it wasn't as good as I remember it, or maybe I've just become slightly worse at dogfighting. But I was able to melt it, and now I've got $75 odd in store credit, which I can then use for something else if I want to.
Exactly, it's a good system, and I like it.
Yeah.
But speaking of space games, have you seen the Squadron or the Star Wars Squadrons trailer?
I have not. I've seen pictures from it. I saw a small clip of what I believe was an X-wing flying around doing its thing, and I thought it looked very cool. I will watch the trailer. One thing which I saw from that little clip, which I thought was very interesting, because obviously, as in Star Citizen, you've got a heads-up display and everything like that. There wasn't a heads-up display, as there is in quite a lot of even other fighting games like Ace Combat. where you've got a helmet, like a helmet visored heads-up display. So there is a targeting system and all that kind of stuff, but it's part of the screens in your cockpit.
Yeah.
So you have to your view, as it were, is completely uninterrupted, which I think is beautiful because it gives you it enables you to just look at all this stuff.
Exactly.
But you still have all the facilities to target and track and all that. You just have to go about it a bit differently.
Exactly. And so that's one thing that I found really interesting about the game. It is exclusively first person. Because they said third person would just be too overpowered. So it is.
I can kind of get that, I suppose.
Multiplayer, single player, exclusively first person, which I love. From the aspect you just said, it gives you. I don't know. It's going to give us a sense of realism, like being in an X-wing cockpit or being in a TIE fighter cockpit. It's like, okay, this is like looking around and looking at it. It's similar to. I would say Star Wars Squadron is going to be similar to like an Ace Combat game. It's going to be a Star Wars fighter game.
Yeah.
And a combat fighter game, which I'm very excited about. I think it comes out in October. It's just new. It's a new thing to the Star Wars world. It's not a first person game. It's not like a first person shooter or like a third person shooter. Like Star Wars Last Jedi was.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at the website for it. You're going to have an excellent time because you can it's got virtual reality support. It's got VR support.
Oh. Dude,
you can actually put your VR headset to some use.
I do put it to some use with Half-Life Alyx. I haven't played it in a while though. I gotta play it again. But I gotta play with you. We play that together.
Oh yeah.
No, but there's like so much customization you can do with the ships. Different ship parts do different things. And I haven't really like dived down into it if you have to choose if you want to be the Empire or the Rebellion. It sounds like you're gonna play the campaign and play both sides.
Yeah, or you get the choice. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the choice either. But no, I'm very excited for it. It's just a new thing in the Star Wars universe. So we're all
after everything that I saw recently about you might have seen this as well. Did you see that Disney has now like it's I don't want to say redacted isn't the right word. It's basically said that the Darth Plagueis backstory is not canon. So it's just like, hang on. How is the entire sequels? How are the sequels? The prequels possible if Darth Plagueis isn't canon?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, I don't get that. I don't get that.
Anakin, Darth Plagueis created Anakin.
Well, Darth Plagueis was Palpatine's.
Yeah, and he created.
Master.
Didn't he create? Don't quote me. Don't obviously.
Oh, like he because he was born from the midichlorians and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. So
I never knew that, but
I'm pretty sure that's how the story went. Was he used his great Sith powers to
interesting
to make a Force
child
out of midichlorians, and it just so happened to be Anakin.
Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting take on it. But still, they've been doing this a lot. Like Disney's been doing this a lot recently. It's been going through a load of Star Wars stuff and basically saying like, no, we don't like this. I mean, we know that they've already disavowed the extended universe. Like they say no, that's not canon. And so they basically they are controlling a lot of what they want to be canon, which they own it now, so I guess they can do that. But it's difficult. There was also something that I saw that this was more of a meme than anything else. A load of things posting that Rey was the first female Jedi, and it was basically there was another picture. There was a picture of Ahsoka Tano and
Leia Secura.
Ayla Secura, Shakti, and it was basically just like, are we a joke to you?
Yeah, it's like,
It's like that's
I
wrong.
don't know, dude. Disney's fucking stupid sometimes.
They can, yeah.
I'm just like, what are you doing?
I'm sure that they will make up for it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Like when they said,
but they're making some really bad decisions in my eyes at the moment.
Yeah, when they said all the books aren't canon and stuff like that, I was like, you can't do that. Like, these people have been writing these books for years. You can't just be like,
Unfortunately, they can. Unfortunately, they can.
No, I know they can, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
you shouldn't.
But then again, like, it gives creators the ability to then write whatever they want, because if it's not canon, it doesn't matter, and they can come up with some great stories, which I'm sure. So some of them will be really, really odd, and wholly unrealistic and within the realm of Star Wars. But that's kind of a given because it's Star Wars. But it will give them that opportunity to create what they want and to create fan stories and do all this sort of stuff. Disney may, they'll grumble and gripe about it, but so long as it's not canon, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay, I'll agree with that. It does open, like, if you read some of the Star Wars books, man, some of these people are really fucking talented, and they're just imaginations has run wild, and it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's really good. A lot of the comic books are pretty good too.
I've mostly just read some of the books. I haven't read the comic books.
And seeing like the alter stories are pretty good. Like there was one where Darth Vader came back from something. It was like when he first became Darth Vader, he came back from something and then ended up just killing Emperor Palpatine.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was like, he realized he had good in him still, and then ended up just killing Emperor Palpatine. I was like, okay, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I never really like, as I know it is canon and it's how everything goes. It's like, it's one of those things that with hindsight and with, because you're an objective outsider, you just keep pointing out things. It's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like, if you'd not done this, Vader wouldn't be a thing.
Exactly.
Oh dear. But yeah, no, it's there's a lot of ways Disney could take it right now, and I hope that they make the right decision.
I hope so. Well, it's the same thing with EA and these games. I hope I hope whoever, if it's EA again, that gets the game contract for the licensing for the Star Wars universe.
Oh yeah, because it's about to end, isn't it? They're about to.
I think Star Wars Squadron is one of the last ones they're gonna make, and I think
it is. Yeah, because it is still EA, but it won't have microtransactions or constant add-ons apparently, which is good.
I heard that. But I think they're trying to kind of grasp it, because when the EA first got it, obviously they made some shit fucking games.
Yeah.
But now that they're getting towards the end of it, Star Wars Fallen Jedi was pretty good. I think they said there's a 2 in the works. I don't really know where
Jedi Fallen Order 2, yeah, there is.
Yeah, I don't really know where
I'm very much looking forward to that.
Story's gonna go after that.
Oh, who knows?
You know what I mean? That's But we'll see. I'm excited. I'm always excited to see where the Star Wars universe is gonna go. Because it is near and
it's only $40 on Steam to pre-order, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I'll still probably end up getting it. Well, I'll definitely end up getting it.
My brother gave me a Steam gift card for my birthday, so I might use some of it on that. I don't know. I'm tempted. Yeah, I'm also tempted to spend it all on Cyberpunk. So I don't know.
When's?
But that's been moved to November of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, there was an announcement because again, because of everything going on, they said we would rather not rush to meet the deadline, so they're going to push it back. And as far as I know, everyone's been massively supportive of it, because they know that given the time, CD Projekt Red can create some amazing stuff like they did with Witcher 3, and they want it to be like that. They want it to be that level of good and better. So I think they're giving them the time for this, and it's not as though it's another year. It's it's literally from September to November. So
Yeah.
it's just basically taking into account COVID and giving them a bit of breathing space, which I think is really good.
No, and definitely, I think during this whole situation, a lot of fans. Excuse me. A
We're
lot of
keeping you up.
fans. No. No, it's 9 in the morning.
Oh.
A lot of fans are understanding with the fact that this whole coronavirus thing is it sucks. It really does.
Yeah.
They wanted to get these games out, but they just don't want to rush it now because it's probably harder working from home. They don't have the resources, maybe. So it's gonna take longer to fix things that they plan to fix, and they just want to get it right.
Yeah.
And good on them. I would rather game developers take a little bit longer to develop a game to get it right versus putting it out and the game be broken and then they have to put out 50,000 bug patches.
Exactly. Yeah. So I really do hope that they go along with that. I don't know if you saw this on Steam. Wait, it is out now. So on Steam now is a game called Hard Space Shipbreaker. Have you seen anything about that?
No, I have not, but I'll look it up.
Ooh, okay. So this is basically you are a shipbreaker. Your role is to salvage ships in a low Earth orbit. So equipped with cutting edge salvaging tech, carve and slice spaceships to recover valuable materials, upgrade your gear to take on more lucrative contracts, and pay your billion credits debt to Lynx Corp. So the whole premise of the game is that Earth is very populated, and you get an opportunity to go into to leave Earth, go into low Earth orbit, and to work.
Okay.
The problem with that is that all the training, all the transport, and everything racks up a billion credits of debt to these people called the Lynx Corporation, who are are basically a gigantic corp, like a mega corp, and you start working for them. So you have to strip away ships in order to pay your debt back. But every time you need more oxygen, you add to your debt. Anytime something explodes or something goes wrong, you add to your debt. So it's all about you paying off your debt to these people and salvaging these ships. And it looks really cool. And one thing which I saw, which was brilliant, is that Jared Huckabee, or Disco Lando, in the Star Citizen universe, Star Citizen world, has got this game, and it was on his Twitter. He says he was playing it and he was having a load of fun. And I just saw the comments streets like streaming down, effectively saying like, for the love of God, can you please take this and turn it into salvaging in Star Citizen? That would be awesome. Or like at least get some inspiration for it, which I think would be amazing. But it looks like one that I would definitely want to try. I'd want to give it a go. Because it came out on the 16th of June, and it's 20% off at the moment. And offer ends on the 7th of July. It is early access, but for what it is at the moment, it looks really good. And there is stuff that you can find within the game. You can sort of learn about stories about why some of these ships are here, get like audio recordings and all that sort of stuff. And sort of the more ships you break and successfully, and the more ships you salvage, the bigger ships you get to do and all that. But you've got to be very careful about it. You can't just break into a ship willy-nilly. If you slice into a pressurized ship, it's gonna vent and it's gonna blow something up.
Yeah. No, I like that. It looks like a pretty decent game. I'd play it.
Unfortunately, it is only single player at the moment.
Oh, that'd be fun if it was multiplayer.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to make it multiplayer. But it does. It still looks really fun, and I think I will definitely. I'm putting it on my wish listed anyway.
Yeah, I just put it on my wish list as well. I like games like that. They're fun. I wish, like I said, hopefully they do make it multiplayer. Because that would be fucking hilarious if I'm like, I just come next to you and I'm just like, Oh, ship's pressurized. Bye, Simon. It just blows you away. Oh, fucking hell.
Rack up more. Yeah, but that's the thing. If you can't just, it's not like Star Citizen where if you blow something up, you can just redo.
Yeah.
There is a cost to everything.
No, exactly.
But,
yeah. But with coronavirus going around, TwitchCon San Diego has been canceled.
I saw that.
Just like everything else, but it's inevitable. Hopefully next year will be better for cons, TwitchCon, EA. Trying to think what other ones are. Fuck, there's a lot. But they're great for the gaming community to have around. So it is kind of sad that they're not doing any kind of like a live event, maybe. Especially with this year because of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. Whenever they decide to come out, are they coming out holiday this year?
Not a clue. I'm afraid I haven't been paying attention to the consoles.
I haven't really been either. But nevertheless, I if they do come out holiday this year, I think we'll start seeing a lot more events. But it looks like, knock on wood, things are slowly leveling off, it seems. And things are starting to open back up very, very slowly.
Yeah.
And I think we'll start by definitely by next year, if there's not another outbreak of something, we'll start seeing things open back up, like all this stuff. And I will be excited next year. Not that I wasn't excited this year, because they still did a great job of announcing things, game trailers, games in general. But I do like watching like EA, watching like the Bethesda event, or watching a lot of the big game developer events, because it's just a forum for them to, hey, this is what we're working on.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So we'll see. We get a lot. Quarantine's been saved by Star Citizen many of times because of all the updates that's come out. 3.10 is supposed to come out in July, so
yeah, I'm hoping early July for that.
We'll get saved by that one again. That's what's been keeping me alive, is that.
Yeah, same here, I think.
But I think that's about it. Time to wrap up.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back with episode 12 next week.
See
everyone.
All right.